And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow, you know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore. Shut up! There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Back in studio, back at it again. No white vans anywhere to be seen. Yeah, I know, that's a dated reference. That's actually one of the newer references I've probably ever thrown out there.
But it's still dated.
Well, yeah, I mean, everything has a date to it.
Touché.
I could say, never mind. I won't rag on you that early here.
Save it for later in the broadcast. Just save me just raise the
spare
tension
you a little bit.
No, raise the tension a little bit.
Well, I mean, I'm in a good mood. It's I am too. The fallout from Wrestlemania. Okay, maybe not that Wrestlemania. That's a little too old school.
I really love this theme.
Yeah, no, could have a whole hour just of the fun.
Wrestlemania.
Sorry. Yes. I know. I pretty much equate this with like WrestleMania 10, the event 10 years in the making from '94 when. You weren't even a thought in
the making.
Yeah.
Live from Madison Square Garden. WrestleMania 10. 10. 10.
Thank you, Twitch Dillinger.
You're welcome.
Anyway, yes, Fearon alongside Lucas DeSangro and Dan from Levittown, a good longtime friend of the, of me personally as well as the show here. Do I even want to say how many years?
It's been too many years. Too many years.
We're in double decades at least.
Yeah.
20. All right. If I had to guess, I'd say around 24 years, maybe something close to that.
I think I met you in 4th grade. So
yeah, it was the summer entering your 5th grade year, my 7th grade year.
So how old is that? That's 10 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So I would have been 12,
30,
and I'll be turning 30.
Years.
23-ish years.
Hey, man, that's great.
Longer than he's been alive.
Well, obviously, but because I'm a child. But you know, I think it's amazing when like that's my aspiration to be good friends with somebody as long as you guys have been good friends, like with the kids I grew up with. But you know.
And worst case scenario, by the time I'm 60, you'll be, we'll have that distinction.
There you go.
Yeah. So next week? I'm sorry, that was joking.
Wow.
That was just me. Look, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. They were making a joke. You guys were making fun of me in the back. That's the one. That's the equalizer, as opposed to the Gotch neutralizer.
Good job here from Mr.
Part-time.
No, in all seriousness, though, you know. Quote Don Rickles, from the bottom of my heart, I'm getting sick of you.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Way to reference one of the, one of the
greatest comedians of all time. I miss him.
Yeah.
No, I was watching the Dean Martin Celebrity Roast. It's just...
That's a whole nother story. But we're getting way off topic here. WrestleMania 33, the event that seemed never ending.
But seemed to surpass the past couple of years.
Because it felt like it lasted a couple of years.
Oh, well, yeah, but that was probably... But let's forget about the entrances. Come on, let's...
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure some of you may have heard, some of you may not have, but the length of that entrance ramp, 80 yards. An 80-yard-long entrance ramp.
Ultimate Warrior. Imagine if he had to run that for WrestleMania 6. He would have been passed out.
Well, if I remember right, did he come down in the cart, the ring cart?
WrestleMania 6? No.
Or did he sprint down?
That was the story behind that is WrestleMania 6, Warrior comes out for the main event. He does his, that whole run, goes crazy. And Hulk Hogan comes out. After, like, the first couple things, Warrior goes, I'm blown up, brother. Let's take it home. And Hogan goes, oh, no, we're not. This is the main event, brother. We are finishing this. Oh.
That is a funny story. I'll give you, certainly give you that. It wasn't you that necessarily did it, but you get the idea. Wow. Anyway, what an event.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, all 13 matches. You'll be glad to know that we both sucked equally in terms of our predictions starting to go wrong.
Your predictions are still better for 2017, though.
Well, yeah, I had the lead going into it by 3, and with us pretty much being just slightly better than mediocre, yay us. Yeah, 7 and 6 across the board here. We'll go over the results for those who, for some reason, may have missed it.
Let's do a little bit of it. Let's talk about it, though, because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot
to delve in with all of it. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with the Cruiserweight Championship. Neville and Austin Aries, the match that you didn't want to pick a winner because you were so...
I couldn't. It was, for me, it was
torn.
either way. And I love that match. And it's a shame that it was on the pre-show, but at the same time, my thoughts going into the pre-show were, oh, people are still going to be going into the stadium, but that place was packed. So it got the attention it deserved. Just wasn't on the main card.
But I mean, still, when you had even if it wasn't fully filled up, I mean, even if you had if it was 3/4 full, that's still 55,000 people, something like that. Yeah, so maybe close to
but that's sort of. But these two, but at the same time, like these two deserve the packed house, in my opinion, because they're both like extremely well traveled. They're talented, like. Austin Aries, I've said before.
It's a nitpicky thing. I mean, there were only 58,000 people instead of the full 75,000.
I know, but it's just for me, at least, okay, I'm a huge Austin Aries fan. I've said before he's one of my favorite guys that had never, before signing with WWE, had never been in a WWE ring, and I'm really glad he got this moment. So, yeah.
No, it's good for, anybody who has that opportunity. And Neville retaining the Cruiserweight Championship. And I guess we thought because of Austin Aries coming in that might be a nice moment, get the crowd that's already hyped up even more hyped up. But Neville retained. I don't know if there was that much of an issue with it.
No, there wasn't. It was a great match.
The Dre, as it's been
the DRE.
The DRE?
Yeah.
Whatever the kids these days are calling it. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, that was out of left field. That really was. The thing was, I got way too excited because I know everybody was expecting Braun to win, so he gets eliminated like pretty early, and I'm thinking, come on, Sammy, win the Battle Royal. And I was at work, and I had it on my laptop in the break room. Unfortunately, they were having me, there was still a lot of errands to run, so I only got to catch a little bit of the other matches. But, as soon as Sammy gets eliminated by Killian Dane, I let out an audible, no! Because I knew my predictions were already gone.
Well, good. I wasn't sure what audible you were going to call, but my hand was, slowly creeping over toward the dump button just in case.
Because they can still hear me from the break room.
Well, in the worst case scenario, you could just blame it on your Tourette's.
Yeah, I don't have the fun kind of Tourette's.
The fun kind. Careful there, Twitch camarado.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah, a little reference to the Freak Beast.
You know what? It's at the same time, if I'm, I'm happy for Mojo. I didn't exactly want him to win, but he gets that moment, if not anything else. He had to deal with. He managed to not get lost in the shuffle, especially with Ryder being injured.
Mm-hmm. So and we'll talk about somebody else who may have a similar uphill battle as we go. Yeah, we'll get into that over the course of the hour here.
Unfortunately, but...
Yeah, and then we get to the, that's right, the Intercontinental Championship. Your boy on the pre-card. Dean Ambrose, but winning and retaining the Intercontinental title by beating Baron Corbin.
Yeah. It was funny. As soon as my initial reaction was, "Are you bleeping kidding me?" when I heard it was on the pre-show. But then I remembered, the match was all right. But then it was also, I'm thinking, there's probably a good reason for why he was on the pre-show. First of all, he was still on the card. You could still watch it on the network. But also, they gave him a marquee matchup last year. And then he goes on the podcast with Austin and talks about, pretty much he craps all over Brock, which, not going to take any shots. But, they gave him a matchup that, you're on the poster. You're one of the 3 big matchups. And, okay.
It's kind of the whole looking a gift horse in the mouth kind of thing. Alrighty. AJ Styles and Shane McMahon, which definitely, to start off the 5 hours and 15 minutes of main card action.
No, they made the right choice. Because everybody that I heard of were really crapping all over this match. And this match was so good.
Well, I think a lot of it is just the continued showing of athleticism by Shane McMahon.
A shooting star press. A shooting bleeping star press.
At 40-something years
old. 46 years old.
I don't care. People are going to say, oh, he missed. He didn't hit it. Really. He did the full rotation better than Brock could. And Brock was let's put it this way, Brock was fairly young when he tried to do that. Shane McMahon's what you said 43?
46.
46. Doing that move? Oh.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some impressive athleticism, and I can only hope that even at 36 that I could attempt something like that, let alone at 46. We'll see as this surgery continues to heal.
He is the king of missing table spots, though. Shane McMahon is. Last year with Taker off the Hell in the Cell, and then this year, just like they're gonna move out of the way. We're gonna be able to call that like right away.
Yeah, furniture companies everywhere are like, oh no, Shane, don't do it.
Shane, look, man, your premium's only gonna go up if you keep coming to Mealy's.
Alrighty, Kevin Owens beating Chris Jericho in the Battle of the Former Friends.
Sparkly. He had a sparkly scarf for on.
Yes,
a sparkly scarf.
Even I had to mark out for that. I think I even put up I think I'd posted on somewhere on social media, one of the bunches of different things that I have, that if WWE made a replica of that, take my money.
Yeah, forget the list. I mean,
I could see you wearing that.
Yeah,
me with a sparkly scarf.
I would wear that. I don't even wear scarves.
It would make winter fun.
Yeah, the scarf of Jericho, light it up, man.
He's available for your advertising campaign, folks. Alrighty, moving. Let's. I was gonna say we're like this is gonna be like the longer bit. Yes, there was the giant list. That's right. But no, kind of. I guess taking a page out of the previous book the Bootios box of cereal. As I see, Dan has the New Day 8-bit T-shirt rocking here.
I do.
I
don't wear it often, but I figured today.
Oh yeah, today was the perfect day for it.
Fire. That's like for some reason it reminds me of Fire Pro Wrestling. Just the graphics of it, at least.
Yeah, the official Bootios seal of quality. It's definitely got an old school 8-bit Nintendo Entertainment System vibe to it.
Because brother's got nostalgic needs.
You're certainly right about that. It's been a while since we've heard. I should have. I'm still kicking myself because when we were talking before about the whole thing with Xavier and Paige and all that, that would have been the perfect time.
We weren't talking about
needs.
Yes. But at the same time,
hindsight is more than 2020.
We were talking about Paige. I don't think we were really involving it. We were really just trying to skirt around that as much as we could.
Yeah, pretty much. But still, that would have been a fun way to kind of throw it in there. So better late than never, as they say.
Yeah.
Bayley in the Raw Women's Championship, winning the 4-way elimination match.
Yeah, I just wrote next to my notes on the results. Not upset.
Not
really upset with the outcome. I know I lost the predictions, but can't complain.
They couldn't have gotten Nia Jax out of that match faster.
They gave her like a female Shield powerbomb.
Yeah, like.
I think
5 minutes in the match.
But here's the thing, though. They still made her look
she was
strong.
in there, yeah. Like they had to. She looked strong, but you knew that the other three had to work together to get her out of there. Yeah. If any of the three of them had a chance of winning,
think it would have been
Charlotte or Sasha Banks or Bayley.
She had to be the first eliminated. So maybe if they had gone longer, she would have been in longer. Because if she had, judging by how they were doing this, if she had eliminated one of them, you knew she was going to win.
So it was this. Yeah, there was some strategery, as one of our former presidents might have mockingly been said or something. I don't know. But the moment where I think the internet almost just stopped in its tracks.
Oh yeah, I just next to those results, I just put definitely not upset. All caps! !
That is certainly one way to put it here. The triple threat match for the Raw tag titles that just beforehand, the New Day, the hosts of Wrestlemania, come out and they announce that it's going to be a fatal 4-way.
Please tell me you have an audio of that. You don't?
I wish I did. That would have been smart on my part. But I mean, there are so many things that I do and so little sleep.
No, it's fine, Fearon.
But yes, they were dressed ready to wrestle, and all of a sudden, you hear that music that you've heard, but haven't heard in so long, and all of a sudden, out walks a slightly less broken Matt Hardy, and alongside Jeff Hardy.
What? You've got to be kidding me! Things are about to be broken. That was
that was I think the moment where
Mark out
kind of
moment
like
of the night.
kind of like how
What you
there was
sent me, to quote Game Grumps.
Yes, yes, that. Did I? Oh God, did I? I did put that, didn't I? And I definitely can't repeat that on the air. Yeah, better left unsaid here. But I'm okay with not getting that pick correct because who would have predicted that?
Hell,
Somebody who read the dirt sheets. No,
because it's even if
Wasn't
like
even on those.
well, at
Yeah,
the same
no, it
time,
wasn't. You're right, it wasn't
What
even
I
on
love
those.
is like they
I did-
denied, they completely denied it, and everybody's like, well, yeah, of course they're gonna deny it because why would they ruin a surprise like that?
Exactly, and I
I'm
think I
still-
even did suggest last week that might have possibly been a red herring.
yeah,
So
and I'm still
I
thinking-
wasn't going to go out on a limb like that, but at
Here's-
least I planted the seeds in people's heads.
I'll tell you guys this much. I'm clocking out of work at this point, right? And I have the phone on, like the network on my phone, because I caught bits and pieces of all the other matches, and I see the beginning of the tag match, and I'm thinking like, back of my head, like I know it's not gonna happen, but please come on, get the Hardys out there, and their music hits, and my jaw just hit the floor in the back room of the office
of your work, yeah.
I'm like looking around like, Lucas, you all right? I gotta go tell somebody about this. And I'm going to my car dancing in the parking lot on the way to Jeff Hardy would. Oh my dude, like
I know. Jeff Hardy's one of your guys.
Jeff Hardy is the guy for me. Like he is, in terms of favorite wrestlers, he is like my first love of professional wrestlers. People like joke about how I love Punk and Ambrose, but like
and Sami Zayn.
And Sami's he's
yeah.
borderline Mount Rushmore of favorites.
Okay, he's the new love right now.
Yeah, but like Hardy was who I started watching in 09 or no 08. Like when I first started watching in 5th grade. Sorry to both the other people. If that makes you feel old, I apologize. It's not what the intended thing was, but there's always going to be somebody making a response. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Brett.
Oh, wow.
Love you, buddy. But like,
shots fired.
When I started watching, like I got pushed around a lot, and personally, I loved Jeff Hardy because he was out there. He was different. He was something I could relate to. He was weird. He did stuff that was artistic, and like the face paint and everything. When he came out, it was just like a wave of that feeling of like not really knowing how to fit in and sort of vicariously living through Jeff Hardy's in-ring actions, because out of the ring, that's not really, And that feud with Punk was the first thing I watched. Like, I sort of suspended my disbelief. So it just brought back all of everything that I felt of like sort of being dejected and not being able to fit in, and then like sitting down every Friday night to watch Jeff Hardy wrestle. And like I just felt so happy.
Makes total sense, absolutely. Let's man, I hate to do it here because we're already way up against it. Yeah, I guess we kind of do have to stop here because we're only we're just over halfway through the car. See how long this thing went? This is what I'm talking about. We got through we were 13 matches and we just got through 7 of them. There's 6 more still to go, and we're already long-winded for a break. We've got Ed from Northeast Philly on the line we got to get to on the other side here. This is absolute pandemonium. We haven't even scratched the surface here. Maybe we need to go a little bit longer. No, we're not going to do that.
I don't care, man.
This is not the PWW WBCB network. We can't exactly do that.
Hey, man, I'm just saying we do like a YouTube exclusive like show, like or an extra version of the show.
We'll figure something out. For now, though, we're going to take care of our first time out alongside Lucas DeSangro, Dan from Levittown joining the program here. Just chiming in little tidbits here. A little goes a long way with Dan. That is appreciated, though. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Do you have ringing, hissing, buzzing, or pulsing in your ears? Then you are probably suffering from tinnitus. Over 60 million Americans experience tinnitus. That's 1 in 5 people. You don't have to just live with it. Take control of your tinnitus and rediscover life without constant ringing in your ears by calling the Hearing Center of Bucks County at 215-310-5237. Find out about the brand new, state-of-the-art AGX Tinnitus Management System. The tinnitus experts at the Hearing Center of Bucks County, celebrating over 30 years of providing outstanding personalized hearing care, will evaluate if this new technology solution is appropriate for you. Find out if this is your answer for ringing in the ears. Call the Hearing Center of Bucks County at 215-310-5237. Online at buckscountyhearing.com.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
McFadden's at Citizens Bank Park is open year-round and has become the area's premier sports and dining destination. McFadden's at the ballpark is the perfect place to meet pregame, postgame, or to watch the game, even when your team is out of town. And during Phillies games, enjoy $3 Bud and Bud Light drafts after the 7th inning. McFadden's is also the home of the cheesesteak nachos. McFadden's at the third base gate at Citizens Bank Park. On the web at mcfaddensballpark.com.
WBCB's second annual Hoops for Hope charity basketball is right around the corner. At Pennsbury High School on April 12th at 7, you can become part of WBCB's Hoops for Hope. There will be contests and raffles. Anyone can join. Too shy? You can still win with raffle baskets. Everyone will be a winner at this year's Hoops for Hope game, as all proceeds will go to the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life of Fairless Hills. So head on over to Pennsbury High on April 12th. WBCB's staff against the Pennsbury basketball coaches and players tip off at 7 for your chance to join the fun.
He's got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have to...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. Gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro and special in-studio guest Dan from Levittown joining the proceedings here as, I guess, a belated birthday present. We'll,
Thank you.
Yeah, among a few other things here. Yeah, kind of just trying to pick and choose things as we go along here and figure it all out. I've only been doing this for, 8 years now? You'd think I'd have some sort of a clue by now.
Hey, I've only been doing it for almost 3 now, I think. 4 maybe, because I started
3.5.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I started.
It'll be 4 this coming August.
Yeah, I was saying I started in late 2013.
August 2013.
Yeah, well, mid 2013 if we're talking about for some reason I think of August as late 2013 because school year sort of crap.
Yeah, you go by school year as opposed to calendar year or fiscal year or anything like that.
There's so many different years. It's let's just go by one calendar, please, unless it has to do with religion. Let's just all go by.
Careful now.
Well, no, because the Hebrew calendar is obviously different than.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with that. All right, nice save. Way to keep us all out of trouble here.
Well, it wasn't meant
I
to
know.
be. Yeah. You're trying to make more trouble than I'm trying to cause.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wants a new co-host, don't they?
Now you're causing trouble. Because that's not true.
That is exactly what I mean. Twitch.
Oh, goodness.
You're fired.
Okay, let's not go that far here. You haven't done too much to warrant that. Although we've got to move along here as we're already halfway through the show.
Yeah, if I don't shut my mouth, that would be different.
Exactly. We've got Ed from Northeast Philly on the line. Ed, welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Good afternoon. I'll only take 3 minutes of your time.
What, we got Rosie and Jamal there behind you? No, no, go for it.
WWE Raw Live, June 5th in Wilkes-Barre. Tickets are on sale now.
Okay, yeah, for those who can't get enough of all that's going on here, I know that not too far from then, Battleground's going to be here in the Philly area.
Here in Philly. They go on sale, I think, the 22nd.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it's a couple weeks from now. It should be a lot of fun.
ROH in Baltimore tonight or this afternoon.
This afternoon, yeah. I was actually
shout out to
Punishment Martinez
and
yeah.
LSG,
and and LSG's down there too,
and possibly Shaheem Ali. I don't know if he's down.
That I'm not sure of, but yeah, I was having a chat with Punishment Martinez till probably about midnight, about a little over 12 hours ago, and he had to make the trek down to Baltimore for that. But they're starting in about what, 2 hours? I want to say an hour and a half, 2 hours.
You would know more than me. The untelevised events are not my strong suit.
Bully Ray and the Briscoes are teaming up.
Yeah, that's right. They've been doing a good amount of that lately.
We're six-man tag champions.
Jay Lethal and Adam Cole, and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, that should be an interesting six-man match.
Cody Rhodes announced he's going to be in the G1 this year.
He's still working on that checklist of his. Yep.
Yep.
A lot of fun. What else you got here?
If you hear a dog in the background.
Yeah, no worries.
And we have tonight we have Voorhees, New Jersey. We had the Combat Zone at the Skate Zone.
Okay, CZW. Yep.
I don't have the lineup in front of me.
That's all right. I'm sure they go to CZW Wrestling. They'll be able to find all of that.
And
they have the interwebs.
Almost 1 year ago, Balls passed away.
Balls Mahoney.
That was a shocker.
We did a 10 bell salute at the factory, wasn't that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was
him and Axel.
And Axel. Yeah.
Axel, I forgot about him.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate it's fortunate that we haven't seen too many of those in the wrestling circles as of late, and we've seen it more in. I mean, it's not that it's fortunate to see it anywhere, but. Yeah, no, they were very well noted here in the Philadelphia area with their connections with Extreme Championship Wrestling.
And we have the Icons coming up.
Yeah, Icons Collector Fest coming up in a couple of weeks.
April 22nd.
Yep, 2 weeks from today.
With House of Hardcore, same night.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a wrestling fan, especially with everything that's gone on here. And got a few things to tell you about regarding that coming up in actually at the conclusion of this call here. Because I was gonna say I think Eric's bringing out Rosie and Jamal now, so we got to get things rolling here. But yeah, exactly, Easy E, Eric Bischoff. But thank you so much for the look at the local scene as always, Ed, and we'll catch up with you. Probably next week here in studio. That's a good programming note because I'm remembering things as I go along here. Next Saturday, the 15th, we'll have an abbreviated show. We'll be on from 12:05 until 12:30 here in studio, even though there's an event at the MFPW Arena next Saturday, because we have Phillies baseball, a 1:05 first pitch, so we've got Phillies on deck starting at 12:30 next week here on 1490 WBCB. So something to note from there. Quick hits on the rest of the Wrestlemania results as we're well along the way here. John Cena and Nikki Bella beating Maryse and the Miz.
Actually, that's a pretty good tag team name for them,
Maryse, yeah. It's amazing what fatigue will do. Yeah,
innovative, even in unintentional.
It's amazing, just the random stuff that comes out of my mouth. But yes, and then afterward, John Cena, I guess, trying to one-up Randy Savage with the proposal.
Ooh, yeah.
So, more stuff for the Total Bellas and all the other...
Put her up on your shoulder, John. Come on. Let's make this really...
Yeah,
let's really make us cry. Come on, man.
Moving on, I'll admit this is the point where Father Time and Mr. Sandman started to sprinkle over
Bring
top
you a dream?
of me. Yeah, it took. Yeah, that was where Father Time put me in a sleeper hold. We'll put it that way. Seth Rollins and Triple H. Rollins winning the non-sanctioned match. We got both of that right.
Thanks to the excessive entrance by Triple H in the Orlando Police Department. Could have at least look. I know Triple H in excessive entrances is like peanut butter and jelly, but like, dude, at least have like maybe just two. 2 squads on each side with your big trike.
Oh gosh, the trike.
The trike.
Well, because Triple H, try.
Sure, let's go with that. Save face.
Exactly.
To not bury the heel. I'm going to shut up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do that. Randy Orton, the new WWE champion, and Brock Lesnar, the new Universal champion. I think only one of two. Yeah, the second occasion where both main heavyweight titles have changed hands at a WrestleMania.
Guys, neither of which need that title.
Well, let's be honest.
Credit to Justin Henry of WhatCulture.com and WrestleCrap.com for that statistic.
Well, yeah, the last time I was thinking of the Intercontinental title, but that was 29 was the last time that the first time it had changed hands in a couple of years.
Let's see here. Naomi winning the I guess SmackDown Women's Six-Pack Challenge, all the roster. That
Kentucky Gold, Georgia Gold.
To win the women's championship, and Roman Reigns defeating The Undertaker, and the
much to the fans' dismay, which I loved.
But of course, to again use the term save face, that was completely overshadowed by The Undertaker laying his coat, gloves, and hat in the middle of the ring and making his way halfway up the entrance ramp and sinking down into the abyss, signifying what pretty much everyone is presuming is the end of a very long, storied, and without question Hall of Fame career.
He also went and kissed his wife afterwards, too, which was Taker is the most respected man. I think, or him and Andre are in terms of ish stories, people.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever had anything bad to say about Taker. Or The Undertaker, or Andre. Everybody and their mother could have something bad to say about anybody else, but not about Taker. Or The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the most respected men in the business, and
you're certainly right about that. And I'm proud to say that I was able to meet him on one occasion when I was a wee youngster, just slightly younger than Lucas is now.
Yeah,
but we'll save that story for another day because
he was also the first big feud when I started watching wrestling was Undertaker and Edge. I'm getting too casual calling him Taker. I feel like Undertaker versus Edge in 2008.
Yeah, me and Take
24.
Hang out all the time, best buds.
Oh yeah, man, we play golf on Wednesday. Who's that guy in white standing next? Who's that guy in all black standing next to Lucas? It's a it's yeah.
I know.
Don't get us kicked off, Ron. Come on.
Of course not. Although John from Northeast Philly chiming in, he says, in reference to your peanut butter and jelly comparison, he said peanut butter and jelly sandwiches last longer than the Lesnar-Goldberg history of matches, though.
Yeah, but let's be completely honest. As much as you guys didn't like that,
I'm just reading what's on the Facebook
I'm going to say this
feedback
much.
Here.
Their feud completely better than anything they had in 2004 for that.
And everybody pretty much admits that, including Goldberg, who did so after Raw went off the air. Anyway, we got a lot to get into in such a short period of time, including a few things. Let me take care of some other obligations here, including our friends over at George's Cards and Collectibles. They've got more signings coming your way, including today at the Neshaminy Mall Sports Cards and Collectibles Show. Things that just wrapped up with Gary Dornhoefer, the two-time Stanley Cup champion flyer. But later today, former WWE Tag Team Champion Paul London will be available for autographs and photos.
And current Lucha Underground star.
Mm-hmm. Adding that in there as well, absolutely. And coming up on Saturday, April 22nd from 3 to 5 p.m., former WWE Divas Champion Jillian Hall, also Christy Hemme, Brooke Adams, Ashley Massaro, and Grandmaster Sexay Brian Christopher. And as if that wasn't enough, or to use what Miz had said a couple weeks ago on Talking Snack, but wait, there's more. Joining them will be WWE Hall of Famer, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Let me tell you something, baby.
I was going to say, what kind of jacket will he be wearing, you think?
I don't even know. I mean, the man has more jackets than
is he gonna have that,
DiBiase has $100 bills.
Is he gonna have that infamous Lex Luger jacket from WCW? What was it?
Probably not. We'll just stop there. And also, two more appearances coming up in May. Former three-time WWE Tag Team Champions Demolition will be at George's in the Neshaminy Mall on Saturday, May 6th from 3 to 5 p.m., and then 1 week later, former WWE and ECW star Al Snow will be at Neshaminy Mall, the Neshaminy Mall location for George's on Saturday, May 13th from 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. George's Cards and Collectibles has 3 locations for all of your cards and collectibles needs, including their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, just down the road here from WBCB. In the Willow Grove Park Mall on the second level near Macy's in Tivana, and in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing. For more information, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. Man, we got news and notes still to get into. There's just so much
stuff to plug.
And just so much to talk about and reaction and all this other stuff. Couple of quick news and notes here before we get to our final timeout here. The next NXT TakeOver event is going to be on May 20th in Chicago, Illinois. It'll be the night before the SmackDown brand pay-per-view Backlash at the Allstate Arena. And, great, 2 nights of endless Punk chants.
Hopefully if Hideo Itami's going to be there.
That'll just shut all that down.
Well, no, he's going to hit the GTS.
Oh, and you think that'll start
it.
Yeah.
He's the originator of that move.
True, and Chicago fans will just see it, and it's not like a WrestleMania or Rumble or something where worldwide fans are coming in, so they'll be able to show the respect of the history, I guess, in terms of that. Also, we didn't even get into it with the Battle Royal from WrestleMania, but Rob Gronkowski, the tight end for the New England Patriots, well, the Patriots did give approval for him to take part in that Battle Royal angle on Sunday. Mike Florio of ProFootballTalk.com reporting that Gronkowski checked with the team in advance and management did not oppose it.
The thing was, funny thing was when he tried to hop over the barricade and they tried to stop him, I thought at first, I think he's just trying to do it on his own merit.
You thought he was just going rogue.
Yeah, I thought it was like Gronkowski is loose. Gronkowski is loose. Get the tranquilizer gun now.
Oh boy.
Because they stopped him at first. I'm like, oh wow, wait, is this actually is he actually trying to do this, or is this
And I think that was what they were going for, and
that's
worked.
good because it had me suspend my disbelief because I thought Gronk would probably try to do that whether or not he got.
Yeah, whether he got held by security.
Because he's Gronk, of course he would.
And also in some nice corporate number things, WWE reporting that the network had 1.661 million paid subscribers coming out of WrestleMania on Sunday, up from the 1.5 million subscriber mark that was set on January 31st. And including those taking advantage of the free subscription, there's just under 2 million subscribers, 1.949 million. How about that? All right, so we got to take care of our second time out here, and that, of course, means it's time to tell you about our friends over at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. It's another fun weekend over there where tonight Matt Busby is welcome back to the Broken Stage for a night of live rock and roll starting at 8:30. And tomorrow from 11 to 5, Bloodies and Brews featuring the Broken Goblet's Broken Bloody Mary, one of my favorites for sure. Love the spice that they have going along with it. I was going to say, you ever imbibe in a Bloody Mary?
Not a fan.
Not a fan of the tomato?
No.
I'll admit, I wasn't either, and then I tried this one, and I was like, all right, maybe just at the goblet.
I may try.
There we go. Also, enjoy some of the delicious brews on tap, including the Fall of Risengard Black Rye Ale, the Steinbeiser's Buried Treasure Cream Ale, or the Yin Yang Oatmeal Stout. Plus, speaking of stouts, this Friday, April 14th, the Nameless Ghoul begins its haunt of the tap room as bottles of Nameless Ghoul Ghost Stout will be released.
Who is the Nameless Ghoul?
Is this just continuing from Denny's bit earlier where he was continually asking who the hell is Alice?
No.
I don't know. Okay.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Good grief. It's a running gag. But in spite of that, it's always a good time at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. And continue to enjoy us responsibly. We got about 15 minutes left or so, and we'll bring you all the rest of the news, notes, insanity, hilarity, and everything else here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Your health is your most precious asset. Tune in to St. Mary Healthline Wednesday at 9 a.m. for advice on how to better manage your health. You will hear about important medical issues from the doctors and professionals across all service lines from St. Mary Medical Center. You will have the opportunity to talk or email your questions to the experts who can help you live a healthier lifestyle. St. Mary Healthline Wednesdays at 9 a.m. It's your health. Expect more.
Hi, I'm Henry Carpenter, a certified elder law attorney, with a special message for people who are caring for an elderly or seriously ill parent. I know it can be difficult to talk about finances and long-term care planning with your parents, but it's important to sit down together to talk about their concerns before your family is in the middle of a medical crisis. One helpful way to get the conversation started is to pass along a magazine or a newspaper article that discusses finances for the elderly. You also might want to get some advice from a certified elder law attorney. We can help you and your family understand the different options available to them. I'm here to answer your questions on WBCB Tuesday mornings on Senior Legal Strategies or in my office at 215-493-0727. That's 215-493-0727. Or check us out on the web at www.buckscountyelderlaw.com.
Thousands of families affected by disasters, like the recent hurricane, urgently need support. You can help the American Red Cross provide warm meals, shelter, and hope to families when they need it most. Please donate today to Red Cross Disaster Relief to help people affected by disasters, big and small. Go to redcross.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. Your support is critical. We can't do it without you.
Join former Phillies All-Stars Ricky Bottalico and Tommy Green along with host John Brazier for the Baseball Insider Show presented by SEPTA immediately following Phillies baseball this Sunday right here on 1490 WBCB and video stream live at WBCB1490.com.
Since 2004, more than 90 million pounds of trash have been picked up during the Great American Cleanup of PA.
Nearly 2 million volunteers have joined this effort. People like you.
Hi, I'm PennDOT Secretary Leslie Richards.
And I'm DEP Acting Secretary Patrick McDonald, asking you to invest in your community by taking part in this year's cleanup.
Visit gacofpa.org to learn more.
And help us pick it up, PA.
Sponsored by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Tom Wolf, Governor. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, April 8. On this date in 1990, the AWA held its Super Clash 4 Supercard. In the main event, Paul Diamond and The Trooper defeated Mike Enos and Wayne Bloom in a tag team steel cage match. On this date in 1995, ECW held its three-way dance Supercard. In the main event, Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge defeated Chris Benoit and Dean Malenko, along with Rick Steiner and the Tasmaniac, in a three-way dance to win the ECW Tag Team Championship. On this date in 2002, WWF Monday Night Raw aired live from Phoenix, Arizona. In the main event, Steve Austin pinned Scott Hall. On this date in 2013, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from East Rutherford, New Jersey. In the main event, John Cena defeated Mark Henry by countout. This has been Today in Wrestling History, April 8. Welcome back to a tradition unlike any other. For over 18 years, this is Pro Wrestling Weekly. Yeah, I know. I had to get it in there. That's me getting my shtick in for once.
Hey, man.
What can I say?
You're the host. You deserve to.
Yeah.
Especially how much you put up with me. Huh.
Exactly.
You should be getting your shtick in every 5 seconds.
Well, plus in this case, I mean, I know that a particular boss of ours is a huge avid golf fan, so I figure getting that little nudge in there.
That tribute they did to Arnold Palmer, opening night, I guess it was. I wasn't able to make it to training Thursday night, so I was just hearing it in the background. My dad was watching the Masters.
The Masters, yeah.
Because just stuff that happened.
Exactly. Yeah, just again having a little bit of fun there as we can attempt to do here. So a couple of other notes and tidbits from WrestleMania in terms of records that were broken. The attendance record at the Orlando Citrus Bowl, 75,245 fans from 50 states, 62 countries. Not too bad. Previous record was Mania 24 back in 2008. Somehow, this time around, they were able to squeeze another 610 fans in there, more than the previous time. 5 consecutive nights of sellouts between the Citrus Bowl and the Amway Center, with 165,000 in attendance between Access, the Hall of Fame, NXT TakeOver, WrestleMania, Monday Night Raw, and SmackDown Live.
Oh my God! And just talk about we won't even be able to get into how many people showed up, returned. Oh
yeah, and I mean, according to Nielsen Social, which I didn't even know that was a thing. There's apparently now Nielsen Social ratings. It was the most social event in WWE history, with 5.19 million interactions on Facebook and Twitter during the broadcast alone.
That's actually really good that they had that now, because then you can see hey, we're a big product. People are talking about us, you know.
Exactly.
Maybe not crap on us as much as you do.
WrestleMania 33 accounting for nearly 30% of all social TV interactions on Sunday, April 2nd, surpassing the Country Music Awards with 13%.
Yep.
The Walking Dead season finale with 10%, and Major League Baseball opening day on ESPN, 10% as well.
You know, to be completely honest, I feel bad because I still have to catch up on The Walking Dead just because Sundays I've just been getting hyped for WrestleMania. It's I just, in work, when it's a slow day, I would just watch wrestling on my laptop. Just matches, just to get myself hyped, like getting that feeling. And I think it was Friday, I finally felt it. Or maybe it was like Wednesday. No, Wednesday I finally felt it because like Tuesday happened and Cena cut that great promo on the Miz and everything is just, yeah, I know.
I got you.
Take it home. I got it. I'm sorry about that.
Nah, I know. There's a lot to do, and not every note that I have here will necessitate a 2-minute story from Lucas after the fact.
We need to get into the important news and notes.
Well, I mean, it's all important, but I mean, since we teased this earlier, WWE announcing on Wednesday that they have mutually agreed to terms on the release of Simon Gotch of the Vaudevillains. Gotch was customarily wished the best in all his future endeavors. What does it mean for his former tag team partner, Aiden English? Time will tell. Also, Aaron Rex was interviewed at WrestleCon and mentioned that he is no longer working for Impact Wrestling. Here's the audio courtesy of Title Match Wrestling with interviewer Rich Palladino.
I'm really I'm happy, and I think I don't know if this is going to be it for me because I'm no longer with Impact, and ending on this note is not a bad thing, and I'm not saying I'm never going to get in a ring again, but this is pretty cool, and I would much rather people remember me for all the good stuff than to kind of try to hang on. So it's good, man. I'm just happy. And this has been great, and the fans are great, and it's just been awesome. I've had an awesome career.
Well, no matter what's next for the former intellectual savior, you can tell that to the fans he says both thank you and you're welcome.
Dude, imagine the Raw after Mania or the SmackDown after Mania if his music hit. That would have been chaos.
You just heard Hallelujah and all
that would have been
wow.
chaos.
It definitely would have been. Also, Drew Galloway telling ESPN.com that he's re-signed with WWE and will work as NXT, or work with the NXT brand.
Showed up at TakeOver. I'm like, holy crap, that was
We talked about this briefly during the break. JBL taking to Twitter to address a pair of rumors directed toward him. One was regarding the absence of Mauro Ranallo and that JBL's actions may have played a part. He said, "I shouldn't be commenting on internet stuff. I play a heel. I sincerely wish Mauro nothing but the absolute best." And there was also speculation from former WWE ring announcer Justin Roberts that JBL was responsible for stealing his passport. And JBL said, "I won't answer net rumors, but I didn't take Justin Roberts' passport. Could have been anyone. He was hated by the whole crew. He's an idiot."
Well,
translation, I'm not going to answer, but I'm going to answer.
Yeah,
Good
it's
job.
like, I was going to say, if you're trying to not say I like JBL, and I'm saying this sincerely, like, if you're trying to not be a bully, like say, I'm not a bully, and then completely say that, it's not good PR.
Duly noted. Also, an interesting partnership between WWE and SEGA. That's right. Announcing on Thursday that they're going to be publishing a new free-to-play idle mobile game called WWE Tap Mania.
Ooh.
It's going to be, partnering the two celebrated global brands, and at the time of the worldwide launch, it'll be released on the App Store for iPhone and iPad, as well as the Google Play Store for Android, and will be free to download with in-app purchases available. It'll feature a broad roster of past and present WWE superstars who face off alongside players to dominate leaderboards during live in-game events, including WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Royal Rumble.
So what did they describe what the format's going to be like? Is it like...
They didn't get into too much detail, so look for that coming up later. Huh?
What is an idle mobile game?
I don't know.
That actually is. That's a bit of an oxymoron.
It
or a
is.
paradox. I don't...
Is it like the I don't know, the dumb cookie game that's...
Oh, the...
Cookie counter? Is that it?
I don't know. I'm confusing that and Candy Crush. I don't know.
Or maybe I'm thinking of, would it be like Family Guy, The Quest for Stuff, where it's like...
one of those kind of live action type things.
And you have to wait for most of the stuff to get done.
Who knows? Also, wow. This is a horrible story that I'm going to try to... I'd written the whole thing out here, but I know that we don't have enough time for it. But DJ Z, DJ Zima from TNA, among other things.
The Impactful Wrestling.
The Impactful Wrestling, yes. Had a statement on social media explaining emergency surgery that he had to have on Wednesday. He was on the receiving end of a 450 splash, and the impact knocked the wind out of him, but he finished the match and knew something was off once he got back to the locker room. They ended up calling for the paramedics, gave him IV antibiotics and pain medicine and anti-nausea medicine, but then when he was released from the hospital, felt nauseous again. Bear in mind, this was in Mexico City. So he ended up going to a different hospital where they ran a bunch of tests and found out that, things didn't exactly go so well for him, but that he had fractured his colon.
Oof.
Yeah, which caused him to bleed pretty bad internally. This is I'm summarizing from his whole social media post about it.
I didn't even know a colon could be fractured.
But they said they had to do a surgery where they'd cut open his abdomen, clean the internal bleeding, and then stitch everything up. And that there was an 80% chance that he'd be okay, but a 20% chance that if they couldn't repair the colon, that he'd be stuck rocking a colonoscopy bag for the rest of his life.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, but he said he was really scared, but he said, thank God the surgery went well. They fixed it. He'll make a full recovery in a few weeks, and it'll obviously be some time before he's back in the ring. But the good news is that he will be back in the ring.
So wishing him the best of luck.
Absolutely.
Hopefully he recovers quickly.
Yeah, he's staying in the hospital for a few days, then recovering in Mexico City for a few weeks. And he goes on to say, as frightening as it was to have to get a major surgery done in a foreign country where I can't speak the language fluently, I was lucky to have several friends down here who have been visiting me, helping me, and translating. Sorry to scare everyone. Good news is he's going to be all right. Not happy about the squeak scar on his abdomen, but whatever, just glad to be alive. So super awesome for that. And also some news from the mouse ears there. Disney confirming that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has closed the deal to star in Jungle Cruise, Disney's live-action adaptation film based on the Disneyland park attraction of the same name. Should be interesting. Production reportedly slated to start in the spring of 2018. That one, courtesy of my brother Justin, who is a huge Disney fanatic.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
And with that, we've got a couple of minutes here, and that means it's time for
birthdays.
Well, for April 8th, let me tell you, I was doing a lot of scouring, and for better or for worse,
We ain't found I think I have one, actually.
Well, I did find a couple, but these are stretches beyond belief here. Firstly, on this date in 1943... Oh, Dan, I know you're looking at the notes here. This one I kind of keep as the surprise at the end.
Yeah, those are my notes. His
you're flipping through. He's like, I don't see this on my format sheet. Yeah, that's why. On this date in 1943, Rob Elowich was born. The longtime independent wrestler out of New England who has wrestled for Pro Wrestling Revolution and Shikara, best known as Robbie Ellis, turns 74 today. He's still out there competing. How about that?
God bless him.
And then this is where I got a whole lot of nothing. On this date in 1968, Patricia Arquette was born. The actress and sister of former WCW World Heavyweight Champion David Arquette.
Which we even say that and it sends shivers down everyone's spine.
I know. Turns 49 today. I told you. What did you find? Because you said, was that...
This is more of this goes out to my one of my best dearest friends growing up, Jamie Bruce.
Oh, okay. This is something outside.
Yeah.
Your attempt. It's essentially trying to do your own Brucey bonus.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I don't know if he listens to the show that often, but happy birthday, bro. We'll have to get together at some point.
There we go.
He was texting me about Wrestlemania on Sunday. It was good to catch up with him.
Gotcha. And the actual Brucey bonus, something outside of the world of wrestling. On this date, as if Patricia Arquette wasn't enough, on this date in 1963, John Charles Julian Lennon was born. The first child of John Lennon from the Beatles and the inspiration for 3 of their songs, Good Night, Hey Jude, and Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, turns 54 today. Take a sad song and make it better, and that's about all I got. Until next week, where we'll have an abbreviated show. Dan, thank you for chiming in. I know you're kind of a little hesitant there, but I know. But the free flow is that there is no flow. It's just stream of consciousness, and that's just...
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, but no problem. Until next week, we'll be here next week 12:05 to 12:30 because of Phillies baseball. And until then, play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock and all's well.
Serving you better than ever before. This is 1490 WBCB.